Okay, children, now I think I got disconnected. So on the structure of brain we're discussing, we have to discuss now. Is my screen visible?
No, ma'am.
No?
No, ma'am.
Let me share it again. Now is it visible?
Yes.
Yes, children, it is visible or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. It's still loading, just a minute. Now is it visible? So see, this is how आप looking like here. You can see
Ma'am,
will
your
be there,
voice is breaking, ma'am.
right? So this is what left side will be and right. So
Ma'am,
write
your
this
voice is
way,
breaking.
and then from the side now for everyone.
Ma'am, your
Am I
voice is
audible?
breaking.
Now also Samak it is
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
am I audible now? I think the problem is there today, like so much of again and again I'm logging out. Okay. Am I audible, Sumuk, now?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Is the screen visible?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Eh. Okay, now is it visible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now my screen has gone. Okay. So this is how the left and the right brain will be there. Region will be there. This side is the left side and this side is the right hand side. Now, talking about the left and the right, apart from this also, inside this, so many other parts will be there. which are basically, we call them as a hindbrain, then midbrain, and the forebrain. So these are also the regions which are present in the brain. Fine. So here you can see, wait. Hmm. Here, this part, a very, very small structure, the blue color you can see here. This is called as the hypothalamus. This part is called as the hypothalamus. It is present in the center somewhere of the brain. So this hypothalamus, they will be doing? They will be helping to form the pituitary gland. So pituitary gland is a gland which will be actually helping to release the hormones. So whatever the hormones they are produced in our body, that will be controlled by whom? By the pituitary gland. That is why the pituitary gland is also called as a master gland. So though the different glands are there, they will be producing their own hormones, but the only thing which is controlled by who can control that is the pituitary gland. So they will be deciding how much has to be released, how much not to be released, how much has to be produced, how much not to be produced. So everything will be decided by the pituitary gland, but this pituitary gland will be controlled by the hypothalamus only. And this is the part is of the midbrain. So where somewhere in the center, the midbrain is present in the brain part. Now this is what the pons. So three major parts will be there for the hindbrain. So one of them is what? The pons. This is what? The medulla oblongata. So this pons and medulla oblongata, they are the part of the hindbrain. Now what happened? This medulla oblongata here, this blue color region, they are connected to our spinal cord. Okay. This stem part, this one, the blue stem part, medulla oblongata part, they are connected to the spinal cord. Now when they are connected to the spinal cord, what happened? Directly or indirectly, whatever is happening in our body, that information is passing to the brain, since they both are connected together. So that is why medulla oblongata is basically the center part of the information, where both the sides, the brain will be giving information to the spinal cord and spinal cord will be giving it to the brain. So medulla oblongata is the transmission of the information between both the ways, brain to spinal cord to the brain. So this is how the structure will look like. Now this, the outer one here, this part, which is actually a little down part of the left and the right brain, is the cerebellum. Cerebellum is the part of the forebrain. Fine, the major part of it is the forebrain. Then this is the pons, if you see from the sidewards, and this is the medulla oblongata. This cerebellum, what they will be doing, they will be helping us to think about the thing. So whatever the learning things are there, whatever thinking things are there, that will be done by the cerebellum. And this cerebellum is also called as the little brain, and it is the second largest part of the brain. The largest part of the brain is the cerebrum. So largest part is what? The cerebrum, and the second largest is the cerebellum. So this is how the structure of the brain will be. So one by one, we will be discussing all the parts which are related to it. Okay. Central nervous system, already discussed, it has two major parts, brain and spinal cord. So we have started with the brain part. The first one is the brain. So this brain is the coordinating center. Why it is the coordinating center? Because everything, whatever is there in our body, the organs, the cells will be always controlled by the brain. So that is why it is called as coordinating center of the body. This brain is generally whitish, soft, and large sized organ. So They are soft, they are large. But why feel like the brain is tight? It is because of the skull. Because the brain is protected by the skull. That is why we feel like our brain is very hard, but it is not hard. Inside the skull, because skull is what's is a bone actually. So inside the skull, our soft tissue will be there, which is the brain. So brain is a British soft, large size organ, which is protected by the crania, which is protected by the cranium. Very important. This is for the 1 mark. And this cranium is what? A bony box in the skull. So it's a kind of the box in our bony box in the skull. So in our skull, there will be a box that is called as the cranium. Now this brain is divided into 3 major parts, which are the forebrain, midbrain, and the hindbrain. So these are the 3 major parts of it: forebrain, midbrain, and the hindbrain. This forebrain also has the division. The first division of the forebrain is the olfactory lobes. What do you understand by children? Olfactory.
Ma'am,
What is olfactory?
taste, smell.
Smell. Correct, right. So that is how, like, olfactory lobes, what they will be doing, they will be helping us to smell actually. So through the brain, see, everything is controlled by the brain. So this smelling power is also controlled by the brain with the help of the olfactory lobe. So first is the olfactory lobe, second is cerebellum, and the third one is the diencephalon, Phalon. So 3 major parts of the forebrain: olfactory lobe, cerebellum, and the diencephalon. Whereas midbrain does not have any division. It does not have any division. And coming to the hindbrain, it also has
Medulla
the
oblongata, cerebellum,
and pons.
pons. Yeah.
Pons, yeah. Correct, Sumog. Very good. So cerebellum, then pons, and the last one is the medulla oblongata. Now learn this sequence in same way only, children. Don't change the sequence. Why I'm telling you not to change? Because you might get confused. Because this is the first, if you see the brain, right now you have seen it. Cerebellum will be the first. Then after that, the pons part will be present. And at last, which is a connecting link, that is the medulla oblongata, is present at the last. And through this medulla oblongata only, the spinal cord will be arising up. So this is a small brief of the brain. Now, one by one, about each and every part we will be discussing in the upcoming classes. So write this down.
Wrote, ma'am.
Shubhansh, Dhriti, and Arav. Is Shubhansh, Dhriti, and Shubhansh has left. Dhriti, is vacation going on for you?
No, ma'am.
When is class?
6:40. in 1 minute.